Starbucks has been one of the most dominant coffee companies in the world. Still today, they operate tens of thousands of locations globally, generate billions of dollars in annual revenue, and serves millions of customers every single day. And they're doing all of this while commercial rent is expensive, labor cost is rising, and everyday consumers are being more selective about how they spend their money. That matters because Starbucks isn't winning because they have magical coffee beans or a secret recipe locked in a vault. They're winning because they master systems, simplicity, and the customer experience long before they've scaled to where they are today. And if you've ever thought to yourself, I'd love to start a coffee shop, but I don't have $100,000, you're not alone. But what you do need is Starbucks' way of thinking, and that's what I'm doing for you today. Be sure to take your notepad out and turn your volume up because I'm going to show you how to start a coffee shop inspired by Starbucks without having $100,000. And this is not by copying their size, but it's copying everything straight from their blueprint. All right. Let's get into it. Step 1. Starbucks did not try to serve everyone. In the early days, they focused on delivering simple but repeatable experience for all of their customers. And over time, they refined it relentlessly before expanding to where they are today. Back when Starbucks was founded in 1971, it wasn't a global cafe empire. It was a single store sitting in Seattle serving coffee beans and equipment, not a massive menu of drinks. And there wasn't options for your girlfriend's Frappuccino or pumpkin latte at that time. Or at that time, they didn't have the custom order availability. Their menu was simple. They focused on quality, consistency, and teaching their customers why coffee mattered. And only after the core experience was dialed in did Starbucks start expanding their menu, their locations, and their brand. And for a small coffee shop today, that lesson still applies. And examples of that niche could be specialty espresso for people who care about quality. Or it could be a fast grab-and-go coffee shop for commuters. Or it could be a calm space that's designed for remote workers that want to just get out the house. Key takeaway in this lesson is your goal is not to impress everyone. It's to impress the right people, aka your target customer. If someone can't explain your coffee shop in one sentence, then chances are your concept is way too complicated. Step 2, location is about behavior, not prestige. You always hear the phrase, location, location, location. But Starbucks doesn't choose locations because they want to be cute on Instagram. They choose location based on human behavior. They study where people walk, stop, and where their routines already exist. As a small operator, you do not need a prime retail corner with sky-high rent. What you need is consistent foot traffic that matches your concept and your niche. Think about partnering with other local businesses that could save you some money on rent. You could even share space within a gym, a bookstore, or a co-working space where most of your foot traffic would come from. Or think about starting out by operating a kiosk instead of an entire cafe. With the Starbucks blueprint, they use data before they begin expanding their locations. I encourage you to use that same approach and see what works for you before you start. Just take it from the small cafe owners that did not do well because they've signed a lease before proving real demand. Because that single decision is what causes a lot of coffee shops to shut down their first year. Step 3. Starbucks wins because of systems, not decor. As a finance bro, I can confidently say that a lot of business owners spend money on aesthetics before they understand their financial margins. They'll buy custom furniture, expensive espresso machines, and elaborate decor, thinking that visual appeal is what creates success. Starbucks does not rely on talent alone to deliver consistency. They rely on systems. They can hire someone new to work within their store and still deliver the same drink because everything is standardized. And it's all standardized from the drinks to the workflows to the training, and it's just a copy and paste. And as a small cafe, your goal is not perfection, it's just consistency. When you're just starting out, learn to be okay with one reliable espresso machine, one grinder, quality coffee beans, and then a tight menu so that your margins fit your goals. When you keep your menu focused, you learn to cross-utilize all of your ingredients without feeling the pressure to buy more inventory. And also, by having a smaller menu, it reduces training time, speeds up customer service, improves customer experience, and limits waste for your employees. Every additional item adds cost and complexity, but simple systems is what scales. And real quick, I know a lot of you are probably sipping your coffee right now while watching this video. Maybe you're at home, maybe you're at your favorite cafe, or maybe you're thinking to yourself, I could do this one day. That, my friend, is exactly why I make content like this. Money Talks Media exists to break down how businesses really work behind the scenes. I'm not gonna waste your time, and you don't don't need massive capital to start. But what you do need is the right mindset and the right consistency to make it work. And if this kind of breakdown helps you think differently about money and business, then you're in the right place. But as always, appreciate your continued support. Let's jump right back in it. Step 4. Starbucks is selling a feeling, not just coffee. Starbucks doesn't just sell drinks. They sell familiarity, comfort, and routine. People know exactly what to expect the moment they walk in. And honestly, as a small cafe, that's where you can genuinely compete. You may not have the Starbucks scale as of yet, but you do have the opportunity to build the connection. People always remember how you made them feel, how they were greeted, how their experience was, how you remember their name, their drink, or whatever small detail that matters to them. And what keeps them coming back is if their experience stays consistent. You don't need expensive decor to do this. You just need intention. But eventually, as you make more money, you can add this on top of your customer experience. And as you grow, you can start adding better lighting, music, and adjusting your layout to fit the comfort of your customer. Your goal is to have your small cafe feel warm and intentional, because that quietly outperforms a large cafe that's cold and transactional. Step 5. Marketing without spending like a corporation. Starbucks spends millions of dollars on marketing, but you don't need to. Believe it or not, your best marketing is what you can control: visibility and trust. Examples of that looks like behind the scenes content on social media, local partnerships with nearby businesses, simple loyalty and reward programs, and most importantly, word of mouth driven by great experience to your customers. People trust people way more than advertisements. If your cafe becomes a part of someone's normal routine, they will become walking billboards for you. And wrapping this up with step 6, start small and scale with data. As you know, Starbucks did not open thousands of locations overnight. They tested ideas, refined operations, and scaled what worked. And while you're a small cafe, you should do the same thing. Start with a small location, kiosk, or mobile setup. And once you figure out what setup you want to have, track 3 things. You track what sells, you track when customers shows up, and you track which items have the best margins. That only forces you to play based on evidence, not emotion. Starting small is not playing small, it's playing smart. Alright, so what are the practical takeaways that you can apply to your coffee shop without spending $100,000? This is the playbook. Number 1, focus on a niche. Decide who your coffee shop is for, and then focus on serving them exceptionally well. Number 2, choose your location strategically. Look for behaviors and foot traffic, not prestige or expensive rent. Number 3, keep inventory and equipment lean. When you're first starting out, buy only what you need to deliver quality and consistency, not everything at once. Number 4, invest in experience, not just branding. Your brand is how people feel when they walk in and whether they come back after they leave. Number 5, market smart without overspending. Community, routine, and trust outperform paid ads. And number 6, start small and scale intentionally. Let your data guide your growth and not your ego. Starting a small cafe is not weakness. It's the smartest way to build something that actually lasts. The biggest myth about successful coffee shops is that success comes from size. It doesn't. Success comes from discipline, clarity, and a game plan. And when you build intentionally from the beginning, small cafes don't stay small forever. They grow quietly, sustainably, and profitably. And now you have the Starbucks blueprint that you can apply to your cafe. And that's exactly the kind of business that's worth building. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.